Follow the wolf and run away from the horse.
A tisket, a tasket, a bloody, bloody basket. Cut his head and ate his leg. Now he's in a casket.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to another random horror review. I'm your host Moodz616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Yeah, episode 21 is here, and I got another one here from Artsploitation Films. And yes, this one I believe comes out on June 23rd. Been really looking forward to this one because the little bit of buzz around it, and yeah, it just had me really intrigued to check it out. It is a French film, and oddly enough, it is actually in English though. Not dubbed in English, it's actually in English, so no subtitles for this one. And it's a film by Romain Basset, and it's called Horsehead. Yeah, love the cover art on this. Fantastic. Horsehead right there. But yeah, getting into the synopsis of this one. Basically it follows your main character, Jessica. Now Jessica has been contacted by her family that her grandma has passed away. So she returns home to her countryside, huge like mansion house type deal. The thing is, you know, Jessica has not seen her grandma since she was a little girl, since she was about 6 years old, so she has really had no contact with her, so it didn't really affect her overly too much, like in reality kind of thing. Jessica has a really kind of shaky relationship with her mom, and her stepdad she actually really does like. Her stepdad kind of does understand her and stuff. Her mom kind of gives her a really hard time because she doesn't understand Jessica. She is a... Basically, she kind of has like nightmares, and she studies dreams at this school with the certain professor and stuff. Her mom doesn't really approve of it. She just kind of finds it stupid and silly. Her stepdad actually doesn't mind it. But anyways, upon arrival at her family house, she starts having these like really kind of like real vivid and surreal, devilish type nightmares, and they just kind of progressively get worse and worse and worse. The odd thing is her grandma, like she's there to, you know, go to her grandma's funeral, and her grandma's like actually upstairs in the house, and you know, at times she kind of thinks it maybe has something to do with, you know, her grandma being in there. But anyways, as she gets to this house, she starts having like really amazing and surreal and devastating dreams, or I should say nightmares, and basically all this crazy shit starts happening to her, and she's got to kind of put the pieces together to figure out what exactly is going on in her world. So, but yeah, so that's basically the general premise of the film. Now, my thoughts on this one. Wow, this is a really interesting flick. First off, I have to say the acting in the film is fantastic. I think it's really well acted. Everybody did such a fantastic job. There's not really a lot of characters in this film. It mostly follows, you know, Jessica. But yeah, really well acted. The music in the film is absolutely awesome. It's got a really great haunting score to it. Really good type synth music and stuff. It really does fit the mold of the film. And which leads me into the visuals. Now, this film has a really interesting narrative to it. It's got a structured narrative, but this one is very confusing and it's not going to spoon feed you at all. You really got to look into things, and there's a lot of things that are really hard to understand. You know, but it all makes up with the visuals, man. The visuals in this film are really well done. The nightmares. There's a lot of scenes in this film where she falls asleep and she's having these really crazy nightmares, you know, of wolves and horses and horse heads, and just all this really crazy, surreal, vivid, bloody, gory nightmares and stuff. And there's a lot of scenes where she's wake up in the morning and, you know, she's talking to her parents and stuff like that. It almost seems like it's getting redundant in the film. That's kind of the structure of the film. It's like nightmare, morning, nightmare, morning. But as the film progresses, it continuously gets worse and worse and worse. And it has a really nice progression to the film. You know, it kind of starts off a little light, and then it just kind of progresses itself really towards the end. It's all in your face. This one runs about 95 minutes. In my opinion, I think it could have been a little tad bit shorter. But with that said, it doesn't drag at all, and the visuals are just so captivating and surreal and vivid and just beautifully shot. Like, the cinematography in this film is just absolutely outstanding. Probably one of the most beautiful films I've seen in such a long time. So visually, this one is just on a different level. Very art housey, I would have to say. in structure, and of course without being spoon-fed. It's just something you got to really think about. With all that said, I'm not even 100% sure I fully understand, all the metaphors and all the symbolism that's going on in the film. There's a lot to do with wolves in the film and horse heads. They do explain in the beginning of the film, it basically says, stay with the wolf and run away from the horse. It starts to tell you that, the horse is kind of symbolizing, motherhood. The horse kind of symbolizes motherhood, and it also symbolizes the bringer of death. So it kind of throws your mind for a loop right there. It kind of mind fucks you right there, because a lot has to do with her mother. There's obviously that relationship she has with her mother in the film, and with the whole death thing too with her grandma. So there's a lot to figure out. This one is definitely not, it's the story is just out there. It's really kind of confusing, but very intriguing. Now this one right here has definite replay value to it, man. I mean, I definitely want to check it out again, see if I can read a little more into, the metaphors and the symbolism, and maybe kind of, do a little more research on it too and stuff. But wow, I have to say, visually, this thing was outstanding. I absolutely enjoyed every minute of the film. But yeah, I will admit it is a little confusing, and maybe, there's obviously a deeper meaning to this film, but who knows? Maybe it's just, it is what it is. I don't know. With all that said, you can tell this film was really inspired by films like Suspiria and, just a lot of Italian films. You can see a lot of Italian-esque visuals in this film, especially with the beautiful lighting, the beautiful lit shots and stuff. The colors are absolutely vibrant and beautiful. It's one of these films that you have to experience, kind of take it for what it is, and then maybe watch it over again and just kind of, overanalyze the shit out of it. So, but yeah, I can't say anything bad about the film really, except for the fact it is just a little confusing. I won't lie, but Horsehead, definitely give it a shot, man. If you like your art house films, you like visually stunning films, this one might be up your alley, So definitely give it a shot. I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, I don't really want to ruin anything, I don't want to give any scenes away, but I will say, there's a lot of blood, there's some gore in this, there's some boobs from the main character, so it really does have it all. Good music, good visuals, so it's got a lump sum of all the shit that you want to see in a film. And yeah, Horsehead, I definitely highly recommend this, and I will be watching this very, very soon to, try to figure out some more stuff, as I've repeated myself 5 times on that one. But anyways, guys, 8.5 out of 10. Definitely recommend Horsehead from Artsploitation. Special features on here, man. We got a trailer inside Horsehead making of. I actually want to check it out, and it's got some short films on here that I haven't checked out, but I really do like the tagline here, enter a psychosexual world of nightmares. It's a really good way of putting it, because it really is surreal and awesome. So definitely give it a shot, guys. I'll see you in episode 22. Peace out.